Welcome to my Final Fantasy 14 first try. I really need to edit how loud I have the game. I have to minimize it just to hear. Um, yeah. Welcome to the stream. Can I have some fun with this? I was told repeatedly. I mean, you hear about it online a lot about the you should play Final Fantasy 14 online. It's free up into the Heaven's Gate expansion or whatever the tagline everyone is. But actually, I was coming up with games with my brother that I should try when I wanted to try out streaming. He recommended this one, and I thought it's something I'm not usually playing, so I thought I would give it a shot and I don't know, take a crack. I'm pretty bad about liking MMOs, so I'll see how I do with it. But uh, all the way here to the character creation, really gotta. All right, well, I'm just gonna have to rock with the music being way too loud. Okay, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, each character. Yes. Okay. I also know nothing about Final Fantasy, so this will be a choice overall, but I decided to first travel to EO as the surrounding continents and islands. Be much later, and the most populous of all civilized races. They exhibit a relatively modest physique, both height and build. Are known for their particular short road ears. Spurs are well suited for traveling long distance by foot and great account. There is possible but eccentric variety of languages and traditions as a legacy of diverse heritage, as is the resulting lack of unified cultural identity. Let's crank everything down. Even crank master volume down a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know how that was for anyone watching, but that was screaming in my ears. Okay, so this is the human variety. This is elves. Very. Let me domination for her. Whoa, little guy. Cat person, nice. Made their way to Zoria during the Age of Endless Frost. Traversing frozen seas. Rokan are the largest most rugged race. They're likely to be fishermen and pirates. I, that might be me. I love me some fishing. Well, alright. Mm, that's a crazy physique difference. Like, that guy's built like a refrigerator, and she's just like a normal woman. That's crazy. And I don't know why I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be. Okay, not what I meant. Whoopsies. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely me. Yeah. Alright. Clan selection. Seawolves. Long ago, no vessel or coastal village was safe from the fury of the seawolves and the maritime brand of brutality. A mere merchant of the clan was enough to strike fear into the hearts of any who drew their livelihoods from the sea. The seawolves originally hailed from the islands of the far North Sea, where they still subside as fishermen and women. It was not until the large-scale development of Lisma Minnesota Armada that the seawolves' appetite for pirates was diminished. Now it's obviously employed as sailors. Sorry, like this strength, high strength, dex, higher vitality and strength. That's pretty good. Ooh. Alright. The Hellsguard are a Rogand clan with body and mind tempered by the unforgiving heat of the volcanic region they inhabit. Believing these mountains of flame to be gates to the underworld, their line for centuries to vigil to prevent the passage of souls back to the realm of the living. I think I'm going to stick with the sea wolves, honestly. Only because I want to be a fisherman, so in any capacity in most games, and so this seems like the best bet. I know that probably doesn't actually matter when I'm uh, probably playing, but I do appreciate it. I hope that's been updating as I've gone. That was showing scene for a hot minute ago. So, is OBS freaking out over here? Huh. Huh. I wish I knew what OBS was doing. I think I'm gonna go focus on my character creation real quick and just kind of hope it fixes itself out. Alright, height. Be as tall as possible. Crazy that 84 inches is still absurdly tall. What is that in feet? Still at minimum 7 foot tall. Minimum height. I think I'm good. Lower than previous. Keep that. What does that change? I gotta zoom out a little bit. I guess I'll leave it at 25. I don't see a reason to mess with it too far, but alright, I need you to stop moving. Not liking the lack of beard on. I like that face. That's a nice face. You know, and I'm gonna try something. I think this is only like this part of the screen, so I'm gonna see if I can make a correction. Yeah, let's try that. Hide that. Transition here. It's a little jankier, but hopefully the stream won't suffer for it. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, I want him to be someone who's out in the sun, like a fisherman on the docks kind of guy. He's got to be tanned, but it's kind of hard to tan a green color. What that name looks like? Yeah, I'll do that. I like that. Right, hairstyle. Yeah. It's Ellen. Alright, that looked like an Ash Wednesday kind of cross on the forehead. Kind of like that one. Very tied back, very, just keeping up with, keeping it out of his face while he's doing work kind of style. That's what I like about it. Yeah, that's good. Now hair color. I imagine in the darker browns, probably. Yeah. 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 That goes with that skin tone still. Yeah, that goes with that skin tone too. Yeah, keep that. Type 1. Alright, I'm not seeing a difference in jaw size, so I'm gonna swap. I guess I'll go with 4. I don't know how much that's gonna. I usually go with that one. That didn't seem. That seems like a weirdly specific set of. I think we'll give him. We could give him a cool blue with the whole fisherman, or like a seafoam green kind of. Yeah, I like the seafoam green. Alright, we're still deeply on the face. That looks warmer. I like the warmer look of Type 4. Type 4 opens up its face a little. Nose. Da, da, da. guess I'll stick with you. I'll keep that as is. I feel like I've been building that off of. I think no lip color works pretty well. Loving that look. That's a nice look. That's the only tattoo options? Warriors paint? Oh man. Right, I think I want to keep the Warriors paint because it's like the pirates when they had the well, I guess it's more of the Egyptians when they would do the color under the eye. Or was it pirates as well? I don't remember. Keep it dark. Face paint. I think that kind of complements the eye tattoos. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, that's sick. That's sick. I love that. That's a good look. Okay, voice. 5's looking sounding pretty good. 6. 5 or 6. I guess I'll go with 6. Yeah, I guess that's my character. That was fun. That was a fun little character creation. I will put it in number 1. Your character's date of birth. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so there's still 12, so it's like the months. I'll make him 32nd third umbral moon. That means actually nothing to me, but alone mover glaciers and goddess of war. It's shard. She commands elements. No effectiveness on gameplay. So she was the third moon. I think the scroll's probably gonna win it. Yeah, I think it's the wisdom and knowledge only because Grim's water associated with the moon that I decided was his birthday. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what to pick. And as a bulwark in the face of danger with superior defensive abilities, takes protect the comrades. You focus on bringing the front of battle. Oh no. Oh, man, this seems like a big decision. Marauder. I think Marauder is probably what would make sense with the character. Yeah, I think I gotta go Marauder. Okay. World. World is another name for the server which you choose. Your character will reside. Once you have chosen the home world, chances to move to another will be limited, so you have to make plans. Alright, well, I don't really have friends to play with. Okay, well, so none of these are. Let's refresh that, hopefully something's. Okay, none of these are accepting new players. Huh. Okay. That's. Okay, Genova. It put me on Genova. Oh, first and last name. Oh boy. Is there a naming convention for these kind of guys? I gotta look that up. One second, I'm looking that up. If there's like a naming convention, I would like to try to fit in with it. Oh wow, there's a whole thing about it. Come to Azoria, for example. Ski, Ald, meet Gold, and skip from your ship. Okay, so if I want to be based, okay, that's a lot. Oh my goodness, fantasy name generators come through to win for the win. I like that one. I like that one. Now I need to find a surname. That's a different naming convention than the first name. burn. Ooh, that kind of. Ah. Alright. None of the servers are accepting people. So is it gonna make me go back to the top of this and select a different one? Because that would be very not cash money, you know? Okay, yes, I guess I can wait, but can I pick a different key? I guess I'm gonna have to quit. And okay, alright, what I was recommended Primal as the other one. If I can't get into either, go into Primal. So let's go with Primal. Connecting to Primal. New character. Did it save it? Ah, yeah. Let's go. There we go. Alright. Let's see. I did third Umbral Moon, 32nd, right in the middle. And I went this one for the sake of finally picking the right month for that. And I went Marauder because it made sense with fishing and stuff. At least down in the Lisma Lomsan or whatever. I can't pronounce it. I don't know if or what I should pick for. I guess I'll pick Exodus? I don't know. Oh, I gotta remember the name I typed for the character. Ow. Short. I didn't remember it. I remember it was iron something, but I don't remember what it was. I think I might just do Iron Steed, which according to Fantasy Name Generator means Iron Sail, which makes sense for the fishing idea. Ah, yeah, that's a good combo of names. Because then it's Iron Sail, Low Wave. Ooh, okay. We're here. You have made my character. And now I'm in queue. Alright. Can I can't switch worlds for. Oh, no, never mind. I'm in. Patience is key. Patience is virtue. Alright, I know that's a Moogle because I played Kingdom Hearts. And any Final Fantasy knowledge I have is from Kingdom Hearts. And that's all I can say about knowing what I'm doing. Did that? I could have clicked on the music thing to start. Alright, fine. Focus up. Focus up.
Here.
Just my mic while I'm here. I do love the piano stuff that's going on in the background.
Feel.
I'll focus up on the. Oh, that's. I don't know much about this, but I can guarantee that's not a good person.
Think.
Oh, is this showing me like what I could be? Is this trying to hook me in? Okay, so that's just trying to get me in on the long term. Understood. Oi! Alright, lad. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets beside. Rolling off the ship, you got your stomach turning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be the either then, I reckon. I don't know what accent I'm using for him. I'm doing my best, but I don't think I've said a single line in an adjacent accent. Some are more sensitive to stuff than others, you see, and we ain't too far from Vilebrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret though. You'll soon get used to it. I think I'm going Scottish with it. I think that's the issue. Ugh, might as well have been blooming steam sickness. Ships leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I also know chocobo from the Magic the Gathering crossover. And a little bit from Kingdom Hearts and just adjacent hearing. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. I cannot figure out how you're supposed to pronounce that. I've seen it like 3 times pop up in just the text, and I cannot tell you what it. Limsa lom Limsa lomnesa. Still a fair way off, in case you were wondering, seeing as you're awake and all. How about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't care much for conversation, you see. Anyway, Brennan's the name, and Peddlin's me trade. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it, going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Uh, hmm. Why did I become an adventurer? To win glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame, what coin can't buy? When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, that's a fact. Alright, alright, we are being attacked. Ships off. I can't figure out another accent that fast. Pirates colors. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think my guy's actually hidden under the pole there. One well-placed cannonball and homie's head is coming clean off. Pirates, bloody hell. Have you no sense? Get below. What in the world? What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on ships firing luminescent colors. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy. We've made it out of cannon range in no Buccaneer Park. Buccaneers bargle catch the flighty tempest once the wind's in their sails. Oof, that's a sentence. I was bleeding close too. Glad one of us kept his head on the shoulders. I reckon I'd lost mine otherwise. Alright, we're close to port. I love the ship design. I don't know if that would actually work as an actual ship, but I do love its design. By and by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lomnista? Yes, it is my first trip. That battle axe on my back is also floating a good 2 to 3 inches off of it. It is. Well then, let this journey iterate. Uh, iterant? Tell you the ins and outs of your destinations. Ahem. That place prides itself on being Eorza's foremost naval power. Not too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilized influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'll never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Heh. I do not know why these sentences are such a struggle for me to read. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change. In a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like the pirates who took a fancy to us just now. If that weren't bad enough, Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them, thereum. Oof, that's an intense. Oh, my mic's skipping like crazy now. That's. Thank you. Ba 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 ba. I think I'm peeking out. Hopefully that makes it better. I didn't read the rest of the sentence. That's fine. That conjugation was not. I was not surviving that. Limsa. Ah, jeez, I cannot pronounce that. Nations blessed by an ocean's bounty and beloved of. I would have to learn how to pronounce or read some more of these words. Because that is an absurd. Alright, is the mic doing better? Okay, not much better. That is. Alright, Final Fantasy. Wait a second. I got. Hopefully that is better. I tried changing a thing. I don't know if that was fixed.
City-state of Limsa
Limsa Limsa. That doesn't feel a whole lot better.
To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane.
Lim Lane. Not how I thought that would have been pronounced.
What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And alright, that is a cutscene pause point, so I can actually. Alright, turn that down. Hopefully, it's not peaking so much. Thank you for sending me the YouTube short. Let me
If you're a live streamer, how should you set up your microphone if your volume changes a lot? Obviously, it's important to set up your microphone so it's not too loud, otherwise it'll clip and distort and end up hurting your viewers' ears. But what happens if you're a creator that sometimes gets loud but also speaks kind of quietly? Well, you should add a compressor to your microphone and that'll balance everything out. So to set up a compressor, you want to come to OBS Studio, find your microphone and then come down to the options, choose filters and then press this plus button, and then in here choose compressor and then obviously rename it. The way that I like to set up my compressor is pretty basic. I have my ratio at 4:1, threshold at -20, attack at 2 milliseconds, release at 150, and finally I change my output gain so that I'm release at 150.
1 second, following the YouTube tutorial I got sent. Attack a little.
50 and
Release at. Alright, the filter has been attached. Is that. Now we gotta figure out if that's actually helping. Alright, I want to talk, chat for a moment. Let me know if this is helping or is not helping. Could changed some settings on it, but hopefully the microphone is working better. Still skipping a bunch. Nope, that's muting. That's not helping me. Let's switch that to just mono. Maybe that will help. Maybe it's too low. Filters. What did he recommend? I didn't actually look at it.
Finally, I changed my output gain so that I'm hopefully hitting between -10 and -5 on these audio meters.
Okay, maybe my output's too low because I should be hitting. I don't think I am hitting. So maybe I up my output a little bit so that I am closer to hitting. I don't want to put that too high though. Let's set that at 15. Up the release a little bit actually. Maybe the release is too low and that's what's skipping. Okay. Is that better or worse? I adjusted some of the compressor. It looks like it. No real change. Nope, not that one. I did switch to mono, so hopefully that will help. Filters. I don't know if that will help. Let's change the ratio. Didn't really change the output. Maybe it does have to go down instead of up. If I put it down, I could probably talk higher, or maybe I could just switch that back to none. Output gain, that's quieting me down a lot. So let's keep that up to where I had it. Let's drop the pack lower and bring the release up a bit. Maybe that's a little bit better. No, I did not try. I was just I jumped on just to try it, see how I was doing. Actually, I could just turn stream volume up and hear myself. Okay, now I understand what you're. Is that any better? Nope, probably worse. If I switch that to default, do I lose? Feels like it's better. Let's turn down my threshold and see what that does. That might be better. Okay, I think that might have fixed it. I'm not 100%. So you're gonna have to let me know if that is okay. So I think my threshold was too high. But we have troubleshooted the issue, because realizing you say reading the have I recorded myself and realizing I just didn't turn up my stream preview so I can actually hear what I'm saying for a moment. Okay, Well, then I want to continue. And I did not read what that man said to me. And now... Oh, shoot, now it's doing the issue where I can't hear anything in Final Fantasy. Okay, now we gotta go to... Pull this off screen. Now I remember how to fix this one from yesterday when I was trying to fix it. Output... Playback. Huh. Okay. Off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on the high road for me. No, I'm hearing stuff. I don't know why I was not. No, I'm just getting background noise. I'm just getting footsteps. Here, I want you to have this by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. Okay, that's... Hopefully the music cuts back in once I stop sitting here on the... Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Thanks, Brennan. I'll try to become famous so you can brag about me.
Through peril and hardship,
Oh, and I clicked off.
navigate to guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Till sea swallows all. Final Fantasy XIV. I've done it. I've gone through the intro dialogue. Now I gotta figure out how you actually play the game. I am loving the visuals that is going on. Hey, you there! I mean you. This is my district, and I'll make my business to know all of the scum that washes up in it. I gotta be honest, dude. Yellow is not your color. I would not recommend that for you. Ah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of... the cutscene just read the location for me, and I forgot how to pronounce it already. Limsa Lumnosa, I think. Allow one of Limsa Lumnosa's finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lad. I haven't got all day. Welcome to Limsa Lumnosa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands. A rough-cut diamond of the Rotondo Sea. Please select a control scheme you wish to use. Mouse and keyboard, please. Alright, that's camera. Alright, that's camera. Okay. Got hops, got hops. Okay, well, I'm just trying to get my motion, my man. Maybe. Let's just... initiating quest. Non-player characters offering quests can be recognized with the exclamation mark right above their heads. Right-click the mark to bring up the quest. Once you initiate a quest, a prompt will appear detailing its objectives and rewards. Click on the Accept button in the lower left to add the quest of your list of current duties. Okay. Accept. Yeah, exactly. Heaven forbid a man have a little bit of motion. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city, and without a bit of local knowledge, you are like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far, just straight down the street and speak to Grefar. Grefar? Yeah, Gref is quite far, actually. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Badron. He's the proprietor of the Wench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along, and may the navigator guide you on your journey. I've begun a quest. I've done it. Upon accepting a quest, the current objective will appear under the quest title in the duty list on the right side of the screen. A maximum of 5 quests can be displayed at once. Click it to read it. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I guess both of you were quite far from where I was. Alright. I gotta right click Welcome to Limsa Lumnosa. The more I say it, the more someone's going to suddenly correct me, and I've been horribly wrong about it the entire time. If you mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Yes, please. Okay, I don't love that angle. Okay, the Smith. Speak with Badron. There he is. That's the man. That's him. Greetings to you, lad. What it'll be? But you ain't here for the drink, are ye? Oh man, these apostrophes are gonna... These apostrophes make me feel like I can't read. You've come with a mind to try your and at adventuring, I reckoned, and ye find no shortage of work in Limsa. Name's Badron, and this is the most hospitable of... I don't know what that word's supposed to be. I know it's hospitable of hostilleries is the Drowning Wench. I don't think it's that important, but it is really hard for me to decipher. 'Tis also come of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a desk specifically for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the neck of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Venturing have a knack for finding trouble, see? Not that they need it in these parts, on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If ye manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the old kobold outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. Alright, that seems like a bad call to have pirates inside the city. I get this is kind of like if I remember correctly, it was previously owned by pirates. But I feel like you should get the pirates out if you're going to continue to call it a new city, a better city, for not having those problems. If they don't manage, there's always the Garland Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it'll kill the lot of us. That seems like an issue you should be on top of. An empire just kind of waiting to kill you is not exactly... Okay, I'll just move on. This town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again and you'll see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. Who can blame them? After everything that happened, Yorza took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only things that got wiped off the face of existence by a thrice damned bastard of a dragon. Oof. Took our bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a ways that makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollection. I gotta stop trying to do the accent. I think the accent's tripping me up. Like the recollections from a hard night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's a group of adventurers what laid down their lives to drag Eorza back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, we thought we ain't forgotten what they did for us. The God's damned calamity spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see is the mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it. By the way, give or take the odd goal. This is what's got people calling these heroes the warrior o' light. If Limsa's ever going to put this of darkness behind it, it's going to need venturers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we've lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them, and that's why any aid we can give to venturers is effort well spent. What say ye, lad? You're willing to lend us your strength. Me thank to ye and to the navigators and all. I knew she'd steer ye my way for a reason. But listen to me yattering on like a sun-torched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scrawl right there. Alright. Ironsig Nidrund. Is it? A fine name it is. Thank you. I found it on Fantasy Name Generator. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Venturers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? captains reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Zero hair, by the way. Do not know what that means. Oh, no chest hair whatsoever. Yeah, I might have missed that. I don't know if that was an option I missed, or is that just not an option on the character, but I did not see chest hair as adjustable, nor did I think about it. Just a moment, officer, you got the wrong bloke. Yeah, a lack of chest hair is a very notable observation. I'm going to guess it could be because I have my my graphics down lower for the sake of my computer not struggling to keep up. This fine, upstanding young gent is me dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. Lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, ye make a good point there, officer. A very good point, very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times, me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what ye to a tankard of me finest ale before ye return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. I ain't got the faintest idea of what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog at the side of the Strait of Merlthor. But that don't mean it won't be good and pickled. And look, there's even a chair over there just crying out to be sat on. So kick off on Mephi's boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager, bloody yellow jackets. There have been a spat of kidnappings, see, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every other bugger else in this town. I'm gonna take it personal, though. Us Lobnassans. I don't know how to say that. Can be a headstrong bunch of bastards. 'Tis true. Given time will grow on ye. Now, where was I? Aye, welcome to Limsa Lumnosa, where the sea's as green as the faces of me patrons after a few too many black belly whiskeys. Now, take a moment to gather ye wits, and we'll get started. We're learning ye the ways of the city. Ah, nice. Complete. Introductory game tutorial. Cool. You've taken your first steps in adventure in the city of Limsa Lumnosa. Listen well to the wisdom of Badron 10 Fingers, then go forth and discover the incredible adventure that awaits you. Main scenario quest. Level, brother. Why is it leveling me up? I haven't even swung my weapon once. I do not know what to use it for. important quests used to tell the story of Ernoza and her people are main scenario quests. These tasks are easily distinguishable from others by their unique icon. Okay. Scenario guide is a HUD element that indicates the next available quest in the main scenario. It also displays the next available quest for your currently equipped job or class. Okay. Close to home. 3 tasks will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Alright. I can do that. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks. What'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down a floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get to an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's the Aetherite, a device that can move you from one place to another in a blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, provided there's an Aetherite where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the Yellow Jacket guard down there and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing, strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor and all other venturing bits and pieces for sale in the district of what lies beyond the Aetherite. Don't go throwing your gill around just yet though, and you fleece quicker than what you can say, why is my coin purse so light? Have a word with Swazbullet. Instead, he's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. And give him this old octant and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow axe wielders at the Marauders Guild. I guarantee you learn a few new tricks for swinging that head splitter of yours if you join their crew. These Blathata at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lad. Seeing that your 3 tasks take on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now you best get running along, eh? Bugger it. There I go, sending you off without telling you some crucial. That bloody calamity made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road. While you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods, what look like they might need your help, considering giving their tail an old listen, eh? Ugh. Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what's interesting. Opportunities could be lurking out there just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Ninja over yonder have been casting glares at you since you waltzed in. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? Like to find herself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a man folks can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you have the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith there in the winch. The lad is bear the title, have some fine advice for them starting out in the profession, and that, my lad, is how you become a legend among adventurers. Okay, that is a bunch of steps to this quest he has actually given me. To leave the Drowning West, you must accept the quest making a name by speaking to Ninja. Okay. Main quest. Okay, M for map. Menus down here. Nice. Cool. Okay, that's cool. None of that makes a whole lot of sense, but that's probably for way later on. Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventure. Listen close, lad. I have some information that might help you put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall below not long ago and saw a bunch of verbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa Lomsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in Mizzenmas? Who knows, might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is to make a name for yourself by handling them in. Speak to Skinrail, she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Allskin at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he'll know a thing or two about such shady goods. Okay. Okay, speak to. Wish to visit the Bulwark Hall below. The crow's lift is ready with. Yes. Crescent moon icon will appear. Do the okay. Okay. Ah. Herb. Herb. Ah, there's snowman. That's nice. Alright, I gotta touch. Attune to the crystal. Another novice adventure. Badron has sent more than a few of you kind this way of late. I am Sun Timol, one of the Yellow Dragons tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport and most common transportation spells make direct use of aetherites and their connections to the flow of the aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorza, and adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the acts of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need to for unseemly unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or the transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. I appreciate it. Alright, I'll be able to use the return spell now. Okay. Okay, that is nice to have just a return button. What? Oh, Aldskiff. This is I am Aldskiff. You have some herbs you wish for me to examine? Okay. Okay. Yes, as you selected these highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers, they are prime ingredients in creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than something lavender, a common enough export from the The city's name has given me a headache. Limsa Lomnosa. In fact, these should probably spilled from a crate that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, son, but worry not. You've learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. That sounds about right. Alright, so that's that one done. Should go to the market. What does this guy got for me? Excuse me, sir, but might you have a moment or two to spare? You seem the type who enjoys being accosted for the menial task, and I require someone to make a delivery to the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard of them. The sisters prefer not to advertise their presence here at Limsa Lumnosa. They do, however, provide a rather unique service of which the Bruguer Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I would have you deliver these packages to their doorman, Lawn Ward, along with our profuse gratitude. Okay. Dutiful sisters. Where is that? Am I missing my map cues? Wow, I am not reading this map right. Where am I? Okay, yeah, well that's why I'm not. That's where I came in, that's the crystal, that's where presumably I am. Okay, so I'm facing... Oof. Okay. Do 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 do. No, I need to go this way. I will learn how to navigate this. Oh, and the gate just opens. I didn't have to try to parkour that. That is embarrassing. Gatekeep. But house of deep reflection and meditation, so unless you got proper business, can you kindly bugger off? I am simply the mailman. What's this then? A parcel from Bruguière's Consortium, eh? Let's have a peek inside. Ooh, walnut bread and ginger cookies, and a few of them Bismarck's finger sandwiches too. The Consortium calls know the right way to show appreciation. And I gotta return, but if I do it right... I can stop by the Fisherman's Guild, and that's truly the ultimate goal. Tune to the crystals while I'm walking by them. Ethernet. Okay. Yes, I do want to become a fisherman, so I gotta go in here. Hello, guild person. Good fisherman knows when to give back to the sea, throw back a guppy today, and reel in 10 fish tomorrow. Oh. Well, a well-wishing welcome to you, adventurer friend. You've worked your way to the fisherman's bottom. When you want to fish just for a day, you can call a culinarian, but we are fishermen, we fishermen feast for life. I've set the bait. Think you're ready to take a bite? Yes. Ah, gotta get level 10 of my starting class. If I had known I had to pick something else to become a fisherman, I would have. That is devastating news. Okay, in the markets. Okay, well, I'll go to the market for now. Really sad that I can't pick up fishermaning. If I had known, I would have. If I had to pick a different character, I might have legitimately built a different character. Oh, is there a crystal around here? Swoblot. Fine day to you, sir. Welcome to the most reputable marketplace in the grand realm of Azoria, where the shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Badron, whatever could it... Ah, my octant. by the navigator. I must have left it behind in the wench, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. Hand over. I am always trying to be a man of the sea. That's what I do. I love fishing. I love fishing minigames. Grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as ship captain, you see. You see. No need to look further than east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each guild you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley's boast a stall specialized in tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within a few steps are the bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potions and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourn to distant shores, so it will pay to become familiar with the type and price of goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if you pursue its light or your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. Alright. Apothecaries. One other place I was supposed to go is there's something to do with the Marauders Guild. That might be key. If I do that, I will just start getting myself lost on okay, that is close to home, all the way up over there. Coral Tower, which is up. Octant. The upper deck. Attune, baby, attune. Attune to the next crystal. Gentlemen. Hoy there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ye? Any axe worth swinging needs two hands on the haft and has a blade what can make short work of a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are ye interested in hearing more, lad? Then why don't you give ye a short version, the short version of the guild's old founding history, and we can go from there. Okay. It all started with ship CC. What's ship got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. Aye, since the navigator herself knows when a ship run afoul of a storm, or worse, it makes sense for a crew of carpenters to carry an axe on board. Aye, it'll all start shipbuilding and ship repair. What, am I boring you? As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself on the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in the whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about ye. As a seafarer took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauders begin to take shape, especially among pirates when strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling... kicking cables under my desk. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield chopping blades to the new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. Once the Galadonian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Limsa's enemy, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, reconstructed, and purged of its pirates' elements, and has been reborn as an institute dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then ye find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Ooh. Think it over and let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I have a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lad. Okay. And return. A lot of reading going on early, haven't I? You know what? I can't even swing. I gotta go down one to finish that one quest. Oh, there it is. Well, I have officially gotten lost. That's why they give you teleportation spells. Perfect, perfect, and you. Continue to say Limsa Lumnosa and you'll find out soon enough. In fact, I'm confident in your abilities and comfortable with your unconventional you might wish to approach them yourself. I've done it. Yeah, I know it didn't take me long to get lost. There's a lot of levels to this. I don't work well in three-dimensional spaces. Ooh. Aye, there you are. Ernsig. Why did I make my name something I can't even pronounce? Yernsig. Enjoying a jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa Lumnosa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea of where you can start exploring the rest of the town. And now you've shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Badron, and you'll go far. Sick. Okay, so that weird 5 whole symbol is experience. I have leveled up. And I can't do the next quest until level 4. So I gotta find other things to do. These days, looking after others. He hasn't been able to look after himself. He does something for his efforts. Whenever he's in his cup, starts speaking about the old days, he never fails to mention an Orlais. Seems he and his mates used to eat the creature on occasion. It's obvious he still has... Yeah, if only I could fish in the meantime. It's obvious he still has fond memories of that life. I'm thinking a few Orlais umbrellas might have something he'd appreciate. Could you help me procuring 4 of them? If you're willing to help, speak with Kindrel by Aft Castle. She knows where various wild beasts congregate. Okay, Aft Castle. Okay, go south out of here. Bertrand actually likes Aurora umbrellas. Gods, I'll never even consider trying eating one of those foul things. Nevertheless, if it's Orlais you seek, you ought to find plenty by the river just past the Tempest Gate and to the east. Okay. Into the wild. To the east. I can. Multiple solo players target a player who attacks first will always be good to know. An item you have equipped is now bound to you and can no longer be traded or put up for sale on the market. Most items can be sold and traded freely before they are used in battle, crafting, or gathering. This is true whether they're not equipped. However, performing one of these 3 actions after equipping a new piece of gear will bind them to item to you, preventing future trades or sales. Okay. Right click on the target to switch to active mode and ready auto attack. Approach and face the target to start the battle. Rotating 2 arrows will appear over the target. Okay, so I just have to right click and Okay. So I'd head to the east, which is where I'm going. Okay. I feel like those are river toads, so it's not what I'm looking for. I don't really want to get too close to them. We should probably take the bridge, but I want to take the shortest possible route. Nice, nice. Combat's not too bad. Yeah, okay, combat's kind of self-explanatory. A little weird to move just because you got Q and E to move side to side, but if you want to turn, make sure you're facing right. Nice. Alright, and I return. In retrospect, it would have been smarter to pick up more than just one quest that needed me to walk out here, but got a chance to learn how to swing my axe a little bit, so that's good. And since I wasted my recall spell getting lost in the city, I couldn't just teleport back to town. Which is fairly par for the course for my kind of resource management. This quest should probably easily get me high enough up to continue on along on the main quest, which is nice. I understand why it has level progressions, but it's also trying to encourage me to interact with the world a little bit more. Sometimes it feels a little bit like you gotta do one thing to do another thing. Well, okay, I guess I'm complaining about playing a game. That's on me. Wait, oh, to Badrin. Yeah, I don't know how to say that name. Yes, I am delivering you this. The third astral era. I don't think I need any of the... I think I'll go for the bronze piece. Thank you. It is recognizing that marauders can chain their weapon skills to deal additional damage inflicted. Okay. Okay, so if I combo it with heavy swing, it does more damage. Noted. And now I can continue on the main quest. Still in Limsa, are you Ernsig? How you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Darlwarn, is an old mate of mine. Him's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirates type, if you can believe that, and has been trying to bring a bit back of life to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. You mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. Gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. You need directions. The place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the roads northeast. Sure, but now I gotta figure out where the Zephyr Gates are. Okay, wait. Okay, that's kind of a hike, my man. I think I might try some quests from other people around here. Oh, you returned. I hope you don't harbor any ill will towards me for my earlier deception. You see, I believe that most important lesson for a green adventurer to learn is that he should always question the motives of everyone he meets. If I have given offense, allow me to make it up to you some advice. Tell me, have you visited the eyes outside the Tempest Gate, past the bad man's bridge? Sentries stationed there keep watch over the road, and when trouble arises, they sometimes turn to outside help. If you wish to make a name for yourself as a trustworthy adventurer, you should speak with Ankrita at the Eye and offer your assistance. Okay, well, where's that located? Okay, wait, no. Very far, far away, it looks. Extra far away. Is that even on the continent we're... Okay, no, there we are. Get there, I gotta go south all the way out. This one wanted to go east to go to the farm. Whew. Okay, well... the one going south seemed to be less of a distance away. Probably close that. Let's see what this quest is. Hopefully this quest doesn't take me to the other side, another continent. Gotta go. Words are not enough. Okay, emote. Emote. Sick. I've done it. I've knelt. Ah, so you know your place. Good. Only if the Kraken's lad had the same sense of propriety. Bastards keep seizing every Garland ship before we can take a crack at them. To the sorry state of affairs. When your crew is reduced to preying on the leavings of a mingly bunch of old man boys, me younger self would be right disappointed to see how far we've fallen. Oh, I gotta show her that I'm disappointed. Falling on my knees. Kind of a weird quest line to... Pint of piss. Well, I could have got an admiral's permission to capture Garland's ship, but what's that use if we keep getting beat to your prey? For the reputation, Reven right off the coast of Valbrand, not sailing, a dozen mom. The Bleeding Sea, a few Imperial dogs found in Lomnasan territory, getting snatched by Krakens, united. I rallied my crew's spirits when I say we're reviving the old ways, but after our struggles, I seem to resign to letting those bastards have all the fun. No. Let's rally. Let's go. I've done it. I don't really know what I've done, but I've emoted my way to helping her. Sure, I'll take the money for that. I've left the sanctuary. Okay. Simple enough. Follow the path. Get some motion. Get some motion. The fate system. Full active time event. These public quests occur periodically in real time around Arosa. If anyone can participate by simply showing up before one ends, if you see a fate nearby, a message will appear on your screen. Fate progress you can add. Okay. Something fate happening up here. You call that a toad? Yay, fate complete. I really don't know what I was doing there, but got some rewards for it, so I will take it. Hey, someone told me you come from work, lad. I'm afraid you've been had. We've known to hire adventurers. It's true, but we've always gone through the Adventurers Guild. Even if I wanted to assign you duties, you'll direct. Blah, blah, blah. What? I knew. Fool me once, fool me twice. I know. I should have known. Okay, so armory chest. All classes, but pull up my character having these on. So I'm a marauder mostly. Okay. Okay. Not fully sure what's going on with it, but let's while we're here. River Toad livers. I can do that. Do 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 do. Nice. All right. Slayed one. That was a good combo. That is a good combo of attacks. I mean, yeah, I'm also in the beginning area, so maybe it seems better than it will be, but that was a decent chunk of damage right there. You're a lifesaver adventurer. Now I take these to visit my granddad myself, but I just can't leave my post, not to mention the mere sight of the slimy things make my stomach churn. Yeah, I can deliver them. Where am I going? Just here? Okay, just follow the path up to the right. Oh, jeez. Do 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 do. Sprinting my way to the rooster. Yeah, of course. somewhere up here is where I gotta deliver it. Sick. Well rewarded, well rewarded. I assume. I don't know. Incoming sheep shepherd, but all three of these livestock breed my cook. Nevertheless, sheep remain my first love, true passion. Can you imagine my dismay finding my flock? Frumpy fleece. Speak to Homst. My grandma had some little lambs whose fleece was ready to snow, but everywhere the little lambs went, lice were sure to go. Now we're stuck with lousy sheep. In the time it takes me to brush one clean, the lice spread to 2 more. I just can't keep up with them by myself. If you can go brush 3 shaggy sheep for me, we might be able to wipe out the infestation altogether. Let Mogram know if sheep are in ship shape once you've finished. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. And use. Brushing, brushing. Looks really cute. I'm nailing it. Alright, nice. The sheep have been corrected. I'm right up that hill. For an adventurer, you certainly know how to wield a lice comb. As I'm sure you have found, sheep are delicate souls that require delicate care. Truly wonderful wool requires time, love, and tenderness. Okay. Sure thing, dude. I'm just here for what you can provide. Moles you like, remove. Alright. Whack-a-mole. Up to the north. Alright, alright. Interact with the next one. Nice. I'll be honest, I kind of hope the quests become slightly more interesting because I know I'm at the beginning, but right now it's very much Go to area, do a thing, come back. Go area, do thing, come back. Nice. Okay, Berserk. Grants 3 stacks of Berserk. Each stack guaranteeing weapon skill attacks are critical and direct hits. Increase damage dealt when under an effect that raises critical hit rate or direct. Ooh, that's fun. Not. What do you got? You don't know what to do about your dodos. Ooh. Ooh. Heals as long as you move a dodoling's poison glands. You're in some scrumptious, healthy poultry. They are so delicious. I have to remind myself some birds aren't meant for those to be caged. Perhaps I don't talk to this. Okay. Alright. Get in here for the dodos. Whoever please see you. I was about to cry foul, but with your help we can round them up. These dim-witted dodos pecked through the fencing and flew in the coop. Luckily, okay. So there are 3 birds around is what I'm hearing. Alright, captured 1. Continue north. Should be another somewhere around here. Guess around the back side of this building, probably. Guessed right. Thank you. Thank you for the bless. Those ones. And then down over here. Oh yeah, sack of fleece. Last dodo. Where is the wool errand taking me? Just north, okay. Okay, but I should return the dodos first, so I don't forget to do it. Yeah, the game is running better than I thought it would be on my computer. Our starlings, without their poison's breath, they're defenseless in the wild. Alright. Finish that one. Let's see what's going on here. No wet imagine a fluid one can strew over crops to ward off pests. All I need are some ladybugs and someone to squash them. Ladybugs simply cannot resist aphids. Find some okay, that's a whole bunch of sprinkle amphid nectar upon something lavender and obtain 3 vials of ladybug viscera. That's not quite in the same direction I was hoping it would be, because the quest has taken me somewhere. I want to go finish this quest first. Also good to know that the dodos are poisonous. So if I see one in the wild, I should avoid the poison. Sack of fleece, hand it over. Complete that. I should have read any of those. Ugh, it's so much farther away than the other thing I was looking to do. I need a mount I can ride. All this walking around is taking too much time. I am not spending cash on the game I'm playing for free. I'm not even. And I missed. Nice. Okay, so that's adjoining flower power. Beetlejuice is down on my way through, so let's go towards Beetlejuice. Oh, and I'm in a fate. Kobolds of Okonomo. Oh, I gotta fight some kobolds. Alright. I definitely should have moved from there. Yay, I leveled up. So you gotta go a little bit more berserker mode. Okay. A lot of area of effects out here. Dodge a bomb. Use a potion. I have been KO'd. That is not... Anyone else coming? Anyone else around here? Or am I just by myself? Oh, that puts me so far away. Ugh. Shoot. Yeah, I gotta get... Shoot, I gotta go up. Ugh, I gotta walk all the way over. Yes. While I'm remembering, I should have tuned to this. So next time, I can just travel here faster. I don't have any better gear yet, so. I wonder if I have enough time to get back to that fate and complete it. Nice to get the reward, even though I died. It's still going on. Doesn't look like anyone else has made any progress, because 66 was about as good as it was when I left. That fate's still going on. I'm going to go for it. I gotta go get run it back on those kobolds. I know I'm below the recommended level, but I'm here to fight. Dodge the bomb, dodge the bomb. Yeah. Take that, kobolds. And that's for standing on business. Nice. Alright, now I got 2 quests I can finish. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Who needs pathways? Ladybug, Viscera, Viscera. These continue the Disciple of War path, which is matches the pants. Kind of the best items I can get. So I should Adventurer's Chest. Level 8 item. Okay, well, I guess I won't put them on right away. I mean, in terms of numbers, we gotta remember those kobolds were throwing bombs. That does kind of offset whatever number difference that there. The whole kit and caboodle. Also Disciple of War. Guess I will go for the silly little hat. I keep watch of the gates here at Steed. I know, Wayhoy Mahoy. Now that's a name. You just got to become a coachman with a name like Wayhoy Mahoy. Wahoy Mahoy. Okay, so where's Wayhoy? Way up here. Alright, let's go get Wayhoy. I think after this I'll switch to going towards the actual main quest. Joy of not actually being on the correct main quest. Ah, it's my man Wahoy Mahoy. Ah, it's just a little guy. Okay, seems questionable. You have a quest for me going in there as well? Alright, well... You've learned a roll action. Roll actions are spells and weapon skills that are assigned to all classes. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so Rampart reduces damage taken by 20%. That's sick. That'll be good. I did the Ahoy thing. Now I gotta go. I also gotta go put that stuff I found on. Not stuff I found, but. Oh, I'm in a fight. That is a silly hat. Can I revive him? I don't know how I would revive one. That's nice. That doesn't revive him. I don't know how reviving people works, so I guess I'm just gonna leave the guy there. High quality item. Assuming the honey is the high quality item they were talking about. Oh. Got those on. This is a very silly fit. I gotta be honest. Very silly outfit. I don't want to be the average mining Chad. I want to be the fisherman. No, you were here for that part. I wanted to be a fisherman, but I found out I had to be level 10 and something before I can talk to the Fisherman's Guild. Yeah, just might as well continue the silly fit. Now that's a fit. I feel like I'm dressed up like a super mutant from Fallout that is ready to punch some people in the face. If I feel like I'm a super mutant, and that's about all closest comparison I have. Oh, there's a fight going on. Gotta get in on it. What are we fighting? I guess this ugly thing. Yippee! Here's your delivery. War is at your doorstep. None of this particularly gives me anything. Oh, no, that gives me +1 strength, +1 dex. So probably that. You Nicholas. I think it gives me +1 in a lot of things. The copper one only gives me +1 strength and dexterity, so I probably won't go with that one. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get mixed up with all that yet. I think I'm going to leave that till a little bit later. Because I'm supposed to be, technically I'm supposed to be going to that farm. But I'm undertuned to. So I think I'm going to hit the teleport back to the main city. Then I need to go east. Yeah, so if I just go straight east out of here. Now see what's the Kokobo. Oh, so I have to again hit level 10. All this. Yeah. I mean, the only faster way to get back to town is dying. That definitely is something I could achieve. What level is that feat? I probably shouldn't go to do that fate by myself, but I might. How do I get in there? Whew. Stressful. Ugh. I don't even know what I got for that. Not what I meant to click. Alright. I think I was getting the mechanics down pretty well. I don't really know what I'm doing on MMO mechanics, but I think I was dodging the big scary things fast enough. Fortunately, I won't be able to go finish this quest in time to get the chain reward for finishing that fate. It's like fine, but it would have been nice. I'm in a sanctuary now, which does mean I should get a bonus anyway. Ooh, I now know the spell teleport. Ooh. Oh, you're not who I'm looking for. It said it was up a level. So like, where is the homie? There's the... Actual cutscene time. Ah, you must be the adventurer that guy promised to send along. I really should have picked an easier name. But between the 900 cooldown on the recall and the 15 minutes on teleport. Turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can never take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanist I called in to train him has been wringing their hands in black despair. So much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. That's actually worse than the boots I got, so I think I'm actually just going to take the bronze piece. Level 9. Ooh, potential new axe. That'd be nice. Mindset you attacks. Before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies. You understand. It might well be the ones who have traded in their colors for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Everything's got to be level 5 or above. What am I at? The helmet's level 8. The harness, the body isn't. That's good. That's fine. That's fine. So I gotta get a new bot. Oh, and my axe is not. Am I ready just to, will I pass enough? Oh, apparently I'm well dressed enough as it is. I will take the axe, though. Yeah, I can do some work. Oof. You hear the rumors of the abductions. Citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Lumnosa, as if plucked from the face of Hyderlian, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. But it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with Azora tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the field and spying on my yeomen. Now, I doubt anyone would be enjoy being scrutinized by savages at the best of times, but the farm hands are convinced that they're kidnappers of the rumors coming from their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry and their work suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of the morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattoo slugs for me? Out of this, soon the place will start resembling a working farm again. It's just you begin having a look around the Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Careful. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here, but if they are kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? Alright, alright. To the ground. That was silly. A straight line is the fastest way between here and where I'm trying to go. Alright, well, I'm gonna go do that fate first, actually. Coastal winds blowing auroras from their native oh, okay. Oh, my mouse. My mouse went off screen. Trying to figure out where it went. Whew. Alright, back to what I was doing. Starting to get stressful there. There's quite a bit of enemies there to start dodging. Oh, we gotta go down below. Yeah, for real. I don't have a lot of very good area of effect stuff either.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves.
There was voice acting in the opening sequence way when I opened the game for the first time.
And a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. You are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms.
I just got there. I accepted this quest and then I came here. I don't know what you mean seen around the farms.
I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark.
Oh.
Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence.
Yeah, but that thing's
Nor
running
is
at
it a
us, so maybe...
coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'll fight it. I'll have a great time. I'm trying to slay him as quickly as possible. Whew. It's way more stressful when it was just the first guy. I thought it'd be harder than that, but the first guy dropped and all of them were significantly less leveled.
Phew.
rock. Oh. I touched something I shouldn't have.
Hear, feel,
Think. It's like that thing from the beginning. Is this the Final Fantasy? Oh.
crystal bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Like airplanes in the night sky, like shooting stars.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Hello.
Awake again, are we? Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in a Gubu's back.
Kubu.
I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope.
Okay.
It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable.
Yeah, probably. The whole everyone talks about pirates like the entire time. I would assume the rope cutting
In any
seafaring
event,
blade
you
is for
seem much
pirates.
recovered from your sudden affliction.
Yeah.
I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether?
Oh, how am I supposed to know what a surfeit of anything
I beg
is?
your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't. Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear.
Oh man, rest. A little rest is my favorite kind of rest.
May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Okay. Does a lot, I guess. Let's see if I can catch this fate real quick. They are very chunky boys. Alright, what are we fighting? Giant carnivorous fish. I assume you. Yeah, they might actually be just too big for the stream. Sick. I take that. Something apparently along my way to go claim, so that'll be nice. Troubled tiller. Tell me your woes. What is your issue? Moles. You know, yeah, he might be having, yeah, I have to agree, some tilling issues. Find out next class and job. Crush your enemies. Deliver an attack with potency of 110 to all nearby enemies. Ooh. I don't know what that means. Wow, that is so many things unlocked by level 10. I have no clue what any of that means. Well, overpowered just means AoE smack like that. That makes sense. That, I don't know what it does. But blunt knife, here you go. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I'd agree with such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think these ruffians or pirates come to lure my farmhands back to life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and made a maddening gooboo on you. Your shoulder. Ah, your shoulder's the one from the Magic the Gathering card. I will take potions. I do not need MP upgrades yet. Okay. I don't know what that means. I mean, it wasn't quite like that. It was just Magic the Gathering, but okay. Round up some rapscallions so they get back to work. I don't know how I talk to them. Da, da. There's one. Alright, that's one of them. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, you're telling me they're all over the place, not even nearby. Oh, he's probably just outside the gates then, given I don't see anyone here. There he is. Wake up! Oh, I just didn't realize that it was so far spread. If I just had something to make me a little bit faster, it'd be not that bad, but... yeah. Come on, dude. Get to work. Yeah, get to work. Get to work. There's another fate going on. I will get out of this riverbed some way. Okay. Whew. Not what I was trying to do. I'm trying to be over here. Alright, apparently they want the heat. Well, I didn't get to participate in the heat because these guys are bothering me. And my other guy somewhere around here. I didn't see him under the river. Oh, there he is. They are very upset to be employed, which, I mean, I'm also not the happiest person while I'm at work, but... No, I ain't real cheerful fellow that one was. Whew. I think I'm going to decline the quest for now. As I think if I continue anymore, I would immediately burn myself out on this game. So I think I'm going to actually call it there for today. Thanks to everyone who watched and joined. And yeah, that was my first foray into the Final Fantasy. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good rest of your day and evening. Adios.